What's up, guys? One Mega Man fan here, coming at you live with some NGS action tonight. We are going to have two great games tonight. First game is going to be, I probably should look it up here, the Chentlemen versus Full Send. That is a Division A game. And then following that one at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so about 2 hours from now, we will have Storm Division, the best of the best. We're going to have Send Noodles versus For the Kill, and we will have Stockton, I'm not sure what he's going by now, joining us for that cast. Super excited for that one. We're going to go ahead and jump into the coin toss lobby here and figure out who is going to go first. And then once we have that, we can get the maps picked, etc., and get rocking and rolling with this game number one. And like I said, I am super excited for this. Let's see, do we have the captains in there? Not yet. We'll see if they pop in here in just a minute, guys. Hopefully they do, and we'll get rocking and rolling with the first game once they're in here. And it's going to be the Chentlemen with the first, or the call on the coin toss. Chentlemen have one win and looks like one draw. And
Hey,
Olsen is at a loss. Hey, how you doing, dog?
pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. We should have Eraser Joe in here in just a minute. He said he was coming.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright.
I just whispered you in game for easy invite.
Invite. Yeah, I gotcha. Thanks. Hey, wait a minute. Hey. I let him know we're in here. He'll be here
Alrighty.
in just a second. And you said you have a fifth backup already, correct?
Yeah, I mean we're gonna run with that 5 unless the other guy gets back from whatever he was doing.
Okay. That's fine. The important part is you have 5.
Yes. Now, after game 1, would we be allowed to sub in our original player for game 2?
I can double check, but I believe you are fine to do that.
Okay.
I think they just have to both be listed as members on the team. I mean, there is non-roster sub rules too, but
Yeah, they're all on the roster.
yeah, then you should be fine. I think you got lost. Hold on, I'm gonna send copy. Listen to a direct link to the chat channel. Is he not? No, he's not in any of the lobbies. He may be having Discord issues. I had issues with him Monday and Tuesday during my cast, so quite possible.
With him or just in general?
No, just with Discord in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guess a lot of his players for Full Send aren't on the NGS Discord because it just shows him online
Yeah,
for his team.
I think it's just him on the
Okay.
Discord. All right, guys. Just so you know, we're just waiting on. No, no, no. You're not. We don't see you. We. Oh. Oh, there you go. Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up?
There you
How's it
go.
going?
Yeah, you just popped in randomly.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. I hit the link. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the link will always direct you straight
Yeah.
to this channel. All right. So, let's see if I remember correctly. I believe, gentlemen, you guys have the call on the coin toss. Would you guys like heads or tails?
We will go with tails.
Okay.
Sorry if this is really loud.
And the call is gonna be heads. So that means that full send, you guys have choice of first pick or map pick for game one.
We'll go with first pick.
Oh, come on, play nice. Sorry, computer issues. Never works the way you want it to. Okay. So full send wants first pick. All right, so gentlemen, that means you guys are going to have the first map pick. So what map would you like to ban?
We will ban Towers of Doom.
All right, and then full send, what do you guys want to ban?
We're let's we're gonna ban Sky Temple.
Sky? Okay, and then full send, what map do you guys want to pick for game two?
We'll pick Dragon Shark.
Dragon? And then gentlemen, what do you guys want for game one for the map?
We'll do Tomb of the Spider.
Tomb. Okay, so it'll be Tomb, then Dragonshire. I will go ahead and get the lobby set up, and I'll get you guys invited in there in just a minute in game, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, good luck, guys.
Good luck.
All right, guys, so as you heard, we will have first here. It's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen, and then follow that up with Dragonshire. Again, do apologize about the slight delay getting started tonight. Nothing too major, thankfully. And Dragon, let's get that set up. All right, we'll get these guys in here. Get them on their appropriate teams, then we'll be able to rock and roll with game number one, guys. All right, teams are loaded in here. Tomb, one of the maps I really enjoy casting. Just it's a small map, but it can be quite fun. In game chat. Alright, guys, we're just waiting a couple more members to hop in here, and then we'll get started with this game. Hope you all are having a good night tonight. All right. All right, guys, I got one ready. I'm waiting on the other ready. As soon as we get that, we can rock and roll. All right, we're going to give it a couple minutes. One of the teams apparently has a sub, and they're just going to wait for their regular for a couple minutes. They do have a little bit of a give there as far as the rules go on that, so that should be no problem. So we're just going to hang tight, guys, for just a minute or two. And then, like I said, we'll get rock and rolling with this first game. I'm going to go ahead and dish the headphones because I can. So I only really need those for when I'm on Discord. So we're going to drop that. Hopefully it won't be too long, guys, on this person we're waiting on. Again, teams do technically have up to 15 minutes. So we will give them that full time, and then we'll get started here with the sub if we have to. Obviously, if we don't have to wait the full 15, that would be great. But teams obviously want to play at their best capacity, so I definitely don't blame them on that one. Udall or Mega Man? What do you mean Udall or Mega Man? It's just a Mega Man here, okay? Oh, there's a delay. There's a long delay. We're at like 2 minutes, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're at 2 minutes. No sniping here, guys. No sniping here. We make you work for your games. Nothing for free. You guys are talking so much trash in here. Wait, you're talking trash against yourself. What? That makes no sense, Joe. Oh, this is on the delay too, so I'm seeing your chat messages now, and you guys have to wait for 2 minutes to hear my response, which makes it even better. Makes it even better. All right, guys. Let's see. See if there's anything else I missed. All right. All right, so their fifth is going to be just a couple minutes longer, so we're going to go ahead and start the game, guys, just in case we don't end up taking too long here. I'm just going to wait for the ready from full send, and as soon as we get that ready, we can rock and roll. I have a ready from them. So, guys, we're going to start game number 1 here on Tomb of the Spider Queen between the Chentlemen and full send. Hopefully that works right. It did work right. That's always a great sign. And we are off to the races, boys. Game number 1 between these two teams. Best of 2. We're going to have first pick and ban over to the side of full send. That was their choice for winning the coin flip. We'll see what they decide to ban out here. Most likely going to be a Genji, maybe Mayav, Urel. There's a lot of options here. They're going to get rid of Jimmy, though. Interesting choice. Don't see a ton of early Gem Rainer bans, but because we do have the double bans at the beginning now, that does definitely give you a lot more flexibility in what you banned out. They can say, hey, we know we don't want to play Jimmy for sure. We want him off the board for sure. We'll see what the other team bans out. They might ban something that we're going to ban out anyway. And then we get basically a free ban that way. You know, kind of play around with things a little bit. Maev banned out here for the side of the Chentlemen, which I'm sure I'm going to mess up during the game. So I'm going to apologize now for messing up their name mid-game. Because that could be a tongue twister trying to slide in there. Second ban here for Full Send. Like I said, surprised we haven't seen the Genji band out here. Although they do have first pick, so they may have the chance to lock it in. So what did they not want to take? There's the Genji band. Second band here for Chentlemen. Could see the Urel, could see Medivh, the other M hero that's annoying. Medivh could be an option here for the ban. Timer is going to run down here. We'll see if they run it all the way down to 0 or not. Obviously, we have the shorter timers now on the ban phase. Diablo. Okay. Interesting choice. I don't know how I feel about the Diablo ban. I mean, he's okay here. They may know something I don't know. Obviously, I'm sure they've scouted each other out some. Definitely not a horrible band here, but I feel like Urel would be just a nice strong band. So there's going to be a first pick Asmo. Good map for Asmo even before the rework. Very easy for him to stack between the two lanes. So no surprise there. I would hope we see a Johanna in this 1-2 rotation from the side of the Chentlemen. Mostly because it pairs really well with Asmodean, and you don't really want to give them that easy pairing if you don't have to. And there's the Johanna, and they're going to grab the Jaina, get a little bit of burst. That also pairs well with the Asmodean. Basically, you have Asmodean, Jaina, and Johanna go in. Johanna pulls. Jaina drops the first Blizzard right as the dunk comes down, and it just clears the wave super fast, and Asmo gets all those stacks. And then you rotate top and do it all over again. 2-3 pick here for the side of Full Send. We'll see if they decide to go to grab a tank here, or DPS, or a support. If they want that Urel, this would be a great spot to grab her. They're going to grab the Garrosh, and they're going to grab Phoenix. Solid damage dealer. Also can work in the soul lane if they need him to. So I think that's a good choice for them. Going to be able to clear out the wave easily. Put out some consistent auto attack damage. So I think it'll work well overall for him. Give him some variety there. Third ban here for the Chentlemen. We'll see what they decide to get rid of. At this point, I think they get rid of a soul laner they don't want to deal with, but they're going to get rid of the Alex. They're going to get rid of a support hero, even though they don't have their own yet. Interesting choice. It may be something that they just know is not going to work well into the comp that they are planning. So in that case, then, I mean, get rid of the Alex. If you know she's going to hurt your comp, why not? Hammer band out here for the side of Full Send. A little bit of an odd band in my opinion. I mean, guess technically it does do okay against Garrosh. He's a little slow. You can poke him down as he tries to get into you. You can always use your jets to get away with your movement trait, or your mount trait, whatever you want to call it, because it's not really a mount. Deckard and Mathael picked up here for the Chentlemen. Deckard going to be a solid support for them. Mathael great in the solo lane. Also does well against high health heroes like Asmodean and Garrosh. Last Rites also is a good option. Easy to stack up unless you see something like the Uther come out from the side of Full Send. But they're going to go with that Malfurion here for their support. And what are they going to grab for the solo lane? They're going to grab Sonya. I like the Sonya pickup here over the Urel. Urel has kind of a tough time into that Mathael. So grabbing the Sonya instead should work better for them. Also going to give them a little bit more damage, which is something they definitely won't be lacking already. But, you know, can't hurt with a little more damage. Blowing stuff up is always good. Locking down a hero with that spear. Maybe get a toss or a root underneath. Nice combo potential there. Last pick for the Chentlemen. They are going to go with Junkrat. Gonna get some concussion mines shooting out there. Poke down the back line of Full Send. And yeah, overall, both these teams very well-rounded comps. I would not really give the advantage to one team over the other. Asmodean obviously wants to get to that late game, and if they can get there, they definitely have a solid chance at winning this match. There goes the countdown, guys. We'll be started in just a moment. Just gonna wait for this countdown to burn through and get the game loaded up here. And once we have that, we will jump right into it. Blizzard taking its sweet time to load right now. But hopefully it won't be too bad of a loading screen. Sometimes it can take a few minutes if you get a bad connection. And I'm kind of upset one of the full send players does not have the matching portrait. And you know, you gotta have those matching portraits to win. It is the most important thing. Guys, jumping into the game here on the left-hand side in the blue, we are gonna have the Chentlemen. And on the right in the red, we are gonna have full send. Teams battling out in this best of Tomb. Starting off on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We'll see if Asmodean can make it to the late game and get some major value. That's going to be the real question. Good luck, have fun. Dropping in the chat. Supposedly the chat bug for the casters is fixed too, so we can always communicate with them if we have to, which is great.
Slay them all, hero.
Slay them all. And teams run towards the center of the map. Talents being locked in here. Asmodean has not chosen his level 1 quite yet. Jaina going with that Mana Addict. Makes perfect sense here. Well, it may not be Mana Addict. What is it? It's Fingers of Frost, but it's basically Mana Addict. You see the toss in on Johanna here. There's the slow from the Decker. Root not going to connect. A little bit of poke, though, from the Jaina on to the members of Full Send. And we should see the rotation now between the two lanes for these teams. Did miss a few minions in the top lane. Gonna put a slight XP loss there for Full Send. Obviously, you don't want to be missing minions if you don't have to. The Chentlemen with a great rotation here between the lanes. We're gonna see more minions lost right here in the middle. And this is not looking good so far for Full Send. They're slow on these rotations. Most likely they just are going to have to leave one person top. Just give it a turn to get caught up and worked in here properly. Johanna sees the turn in, but not going to be able to stop it. There pops in a body box here by the Asmodean. The Fat Man in the way. Looking for his kill on Asmo. Junkrat with the big concussion mine. Going to knock back all 4 members and peel for his tank. And Johanna going to make it out of there in one piece. Mathiel did rotate up from the bottom. Gonna give Sonya a little bit of free time down here in this lane. Meanwhile, Knights were picked up by Deckard and the Jaina. Gonna be pushing up the middle lane here. A little early for that cap here. Not sure how it's gonna work out here for him, but they're gonna push in here. There's the root from the Deckard. Not really gonna connect with anyone. Junkrat with the concussion mine gonna knock Asmo away. Not going to be too worried though. Asmo's kind of a hard person to kill. Has that very high health pool. Should be nice and safe. We're going to see a little bit of damage to that front wall and the towers from the side of the Chentlemen with that camp. XP missed up in the top. And 4s being picked up for both the teams now. We'll see what they both decide to go with for those level 4 talents. Junkrat going with the stacking on the heroes as far as the damage goes. Pretty typical build out of Junkrat so far. Jaina moving into the Lance at 4. Should see that as well after 7. Toss in on the Junkrat here. Nice spot for Dunk. We see Malfurion fall here. He's going to be the first kill of the game. First blood going over to the side of Chentlemen. They want more, and they get more. They get the pick on the Garrosh as well. That's going to be 2 kills to nothing in favor of Chentlemen, putting them ahead in XP, now up about a half level or so. They have been doing a great job about turning in as they go. Johanna gonna grab the 2 minions from Aswell so they can get the turn in here. And now we're just 4 gems away from the first Web Weaver phase. Jaina able to solo turn in if she wants. Mathael should have the rest of them. We're gonna see that turn in from the Jaina. Gonna get stalled out here. Gonna see damage go out on the Garrosh. Gonna get it down under 50% health. Asmodee and Duncan on the back line getting some nice poke damage in. There's gonna be the Web Weavers coming down. Mathael did get the turn in the bottom. And we will see how these teams play this out. What lanes do they decide to push? Jaina up top, working on cleaning out that minion wave, getting it pushed to the wall. Same thing in the middle from the 3-man. Gonna push it up to the wall. And it looks like we're gonna see Chentlemen try to control this top lane. Very good call. This is the boss lane. This is usually your way to end the game. Johanna with the Iron Skin gonna pop the Unstoppable, put out a lot of damage. Decker gonna connect Jaina with damage coming in, gonna get the pick on Malfurion. Another kill in favor of the Chentlemen, and they will start their assault here on this top lane. Mathael moved up from the bottom lane to the middle to go ahead and pressure that wall up some. Now rotating down the bottom to deal with Sonya. Back up top as the damage come out on Garrosh here, down to under 200 HP. Johanna looking for the cutoff here, gonna get tossed back and away. Root gonna connect, but Johanna is the one to fall here to that Asmodee. And we're going to see Garrosh actually walk away from this. And I don't believe that fort is going to fall. Meanwhile, in the middle, Dog Bowl on that Mathael does manage to confirm the middle fort. It is going to open up the map for the team a little bit here. You see there may be a possible gank on this Sonya. The question is can Jaina get down here fast enough to get the slow off? Starts to get the slow, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get the pick. Dog Bowl eating those tower shots, not a great thing for him. Web Weaver phase is over. Junkrat, I'm assuming, will start to work on poking down that top lane. They do want to confirm that fort as soon as possible to try to snowball off getting their 10s. There's enough gems on the side of Full Send to go ahead and get a turn in here. Looks like they're looking to try to turn maybe in the bottom half or go for a gank. Not going to be successful though. Mathael able to get out of those things pretty easily. You're going to have a lot of lockdown to get the picks there. And we see the majority of both teams around this bottom turn-in point. Obviously, Chentlemen does not want to give a free turn-in to the side of Full Send. Asmo, though, has 27, which is enough for a full turn-in. But obviously, his team is going to have to peel for him, have to give him some space to do his thing to get that turn-in. And Junkrat has the mines here. He's obviously able to keep an eye here. They know Asmo is in the top from vision. Sonya gonna try to turn the bottom. Mathael not gonna have any of that though. Gonna come down here, poke her away. Looks like we see the night started now for Full Send. I love this choice by them. Start to get some value on the map. Really, they're just losing time as is. 10 being locked in here for the side of the Chentlemen. And they're gonna actually push into the top here. They're gonna get the sleep off onto the Asmo. They're still bringing Frost as well. Go ahead and lock him down. That's going to be a kill. Malfurion able to sneak a few gems that ended up dropping into the bush. So they're not going to lose too many there. Looks like they lost about 10 or so. So not a major loss. And we do see the typical ultimates from everyone. Stowell, Listen, Blessed Shield, Ring of Frost, Junkrat with that Rip Tire, and Mathael going with that last rights. 10 being locked in now for the side of Full Send. We haven't seen Sonya hasn't chosen yet. This could be Leap, but I really feel like they're going to want the damage. Nope, it's going to be a Leap from Sonya here. She's going to be jumping in looking for those kills. Blue Web Weaver is going to be coming down into these lanes now. And it will then again be up to Full Send to defend here as best as possible. The question is, can they? They're down about a level and a quarter, level and a half roughly. We see a heavy push here from Chentlemen in this lane. They want to take down this other fort. Try to confirm all three here. Top lane obviously being dealt with by the side of Full Send. They do not want to lose that keep or that wall up there. They want to get as much pressure out of that lane as possible. And they will have enough for turning here after this web weaver phase. Middle web weaver just now being cleaned up. You can see the push in on the bottom from the side of the Chentlemen. You're going to be looking for the keep wall here. Web weaver about half health or so. This is a 5v5. We should see a fight coming out of here momentarily. Junkrat with a beautiful concussion mine placement right there at the edge of the gate, ready to knock anybody who steps over into his team. Going to send back Eraser Joe from the wall. Looks like you're trying to confirm the tower seal. We'll see if they decide to stay for more. That's going to be the question. Asmodee finishing that quest with that dunk there. 13 being picked up for the Chentlemen, and they're going to back away here. Playing a very safe game so far. No major team fight at all. I mean, we've seen a few picks here and there from both the teams, but honestly, nothing insane. No big, you know, fights or anything. I mean, it's just very smooth rotations from the Chentlemen. They're playing very safe. They have the lead though, so it's hard because they could be aggressive if they want to, but by playing safe, it also, you know, means that they're not going to lose anything. There's no risk there. The only risk is giving time to Full Send to get on even talent tiers, and that's what may end up hurting them the most here, is giving over even talent tiers. Because once 13 hits for Full Send, they can take an even fight and go for it. Full Send though, not really eager to take a fight because they have a bunch of gems on them, sitting at 89 gems so far. Obviously 20 of those going to be needed to get the turn in here, and just a great zone here by the side of Chentlemen, pushing up these lanes so they have as much vision as possible, not wanting to let Full Send move up. And that's going to give more time for Chentlemen to get closer to their 16s, get more of the gems. There's going to be the engage onto the Garrosh, and they get the pick. There's going to be the blow up from the Riptire onto the Malfurion. They get the pick onto the Phoenix as well. A huge Ring of Frost there, catching multiple members, getting major value. Asmodee going to back up here. We see Sonya sneaking the turn in here. Did have 30 on her, so those will be web weavers pushing in the lanes. But this keep is going to go down. This is a 5v1 with a talent advantage. A 3-level lead. And they are actually going to back off. They're not going to be able to confirm it here. You see a lot of damage going out onto that Johanna there. I don't think they get the pick though. Garrosh looking for the counter engage now. Gonna have the toss in on the Janus. She's gonna take a lot of damage. She's not the ice block. There's the leap in the back line to lock down the enemy team. Phoenix with the ult there, gonna get a lot of damage spread. Dogbolt very low. Gonna be able to walk away though with 70 HP. Just able to sneak away. Dunk not gonna confirm the kill. And Web Weaver is now pushing in favor of Full Send. They need to get a lot of value here on these structures. They need to push very hard. Asmodee going down to the bottom lane. They're trying to make sure they get soak and pressure in that lane. They do have their 13 picked up. 16 about a half level away or so for the side of the Chentlemen. They will have their ults back up here. As soon as Jaina comes up, they will be good to go for a fight. Obviously, their ults are on cooldown for the side of Full Send, and Chentlemen knows that. So they do have a chance to engage here as soon as this Web Weaver phase ends, or even before it. You can see rotation down from Full Send to this bottom lane. Going to go ahead and take out the fort down here. Not going to worry about the top one. Going to just get the pressure in this lane while they have the chance. Get that XP. 16 locked in for the side of the Chentlemen. And this game is starting to pick up now. I don't believe Full Send is going to have enough for a turn in. They may be close. There's a toss in and the taunt from Garrosh. Junkrat with a big tire. See Malfurion get the Twilight Dream off on multiple members. Decker with the stay a while and listen. Malfurion does fall though. Phoenix with the connection on all 5 members. Johanna just able to walk away, but Mathael will not. He will fall here. 1-for-1 trade so far in this fight, and 16 has not even been picked up for the side of Full Send. They are fighting this a talent tier and a level down. And they end up pushing off the side of the Chentlemen. Full Send going to be able to turn in here. They will have enough for the second Web Weaver phase, so this double turn in here will be able to pressure up these lanes. Obviously, middle and bot are still about halfway pushed or so. They're going to try to prep this top lane a little bit. Make sure this Web Weaver spawns all the way up on top of the fort. The question is how are they going to push with this? Malfurion's back up. Mathael will be back up to the side of Chentlemen in just about 5 seconds. Obviously, a little shorter walk for him. Not going to have to go as far. We do see the push up here on this middle wave from Asmodee, who's going to finish his other quest. with that dunk. Top lane will fall to the Web Weaver. It looks like we're going to see the push here in the middle lane for the keep. Fulson knows that their keep in the middle is low, so if they can take out this keep, get the catapult pressure going early, that would be great for them. A little less risk of Chentlemen coming in and poking it down. Riptire going to come out, holding for now, looking for something. Going to get some poke on the back line here, it looks like, but not going to be enough to do anything major. Webweaver will fall. Keep wall does go down, though. Top lane, we'll see the rotation from the teams. Jaina down in the bottom and clean it up. Phoenix already working on poking down this wall. Decker going to throw those roots and slows out here. Ults are up for the side of Full Send, so they can go hard if somebody steps too far out or if Garrosh gets a toss. Sonya does have that leap available. Looks like they're going to decide just to back out here. Then they get the wall in the well in that lane as well. Bottom lane, Jaina did take out the Web Weaver, but didn't take out the rest of the minion waves, so we're going to actually see some pressure onto this keep here. Not going to be enough to kill it, but definitely going to do some damage to it here. There's enough for a turn-in for the side of the Chentlemen. Fulson is going to have to defend these points. They do not want to give them over for free. Boss being checked by Johanna here. Racer Joe going to get spotted out. Obviously, he's going to know they're there, though. Not going to let that turn-in happen for free. There's the one stop on the Johanna. I said, don't let her do that for free. That'd be bad. Johanna going to toss the ult up there. Going to knock on the 2 here. Toss in on the Decker Kane. There's going to be the taunt. Cancel the stay while listen. Laser going to come down from the Phoenix. Connection multiple members on that scan. We're going to see the blow up there on to the Sonya and the Decker. The counter kill now on to the Mathael and the Garrosh. Everybody is dying here. Ults all around. But overall, I mean, so here's the deal. Chentlemen still has enough to turn in. Most of them are on Johanna. I'd love to see that immediate rotation from Johanna to the bottom lane to turn in. They knew the 3 rotated top. They could have got that free turn in down there and gotten at least most of the gems in. The problem with Johanna having all the gems is that she is normally your one peeling and defending for your team. And it's hard for her to keep members out of that area when she's the one who has to turn in because she's not there to defend for herself. Makes a lot of work for the 4-man. Obviously, your squishies don't want to be up too far. They can get picked off, especially with that Garrosh being able to toss people wherever he feels like. Junkrat coming up top here. Looks like they're going to try to get some sort of turn in up in this lane. They may actually get the full turn in here. Can Sonya make it in time is the question. She's not going to make it in time. Asmo, no blind dunk. This will be Webweaver phase now for the side of the Chentlemen again. Night Camp already pushing up this middle lane. B pushing it some. They want to go for the keep. They want to get the catapult pressure in this lane. Other lanes will get D-pushed a little bit by these Webweavers, but most likely will just barely make it up to the fort walls, or keep walls. Webweaver dropping down right in front of this keep. Under half health. This should fall for sure, especially with this Night Camp here. And the 5-man. Keep falls here. No 20 though, so I don't think they look to take a fight. They do have all the ults up though. Both teams prepared to fight it out. But we're going to see Chentlemen actually back off here, rotate up to the top, and try to get some pressure in that lane. Webweaver gets cleaned up for free afterwards. Vision was given, so we're going to see the counter here from Fulson. Going to meet them at the gate. Racer Joe looking to toss somebody over that wall before he gets knocked down. Concussion Mine going to knock him back, going to pop the unstoppable, and just make sure he does not get picked off here. A little bit of poke here from the Jaina onto the wall. Both teams playing very safe, looking for the one misplay from each other. 20s now being locked in for Chentlemen. They can go in now if they want. They have that advantage. They have the level lead, and I'd love to see them pressure hard here with that advantage. They are going to go ahead and take down the rest of the wall. Do they go into the keep, though, is the question. Looks like they're going to choose to back off here. Keep in the bottom did fall to the Webweaver, actually, in that wave. So great value for Chentlemen off of that Webweaver phase. Getting the double keep, getting the pressure on the top keep wall, and we're actually seeing the rotation into the boss pit. This is a little bit of a bait. Garrosh going to check the bush. No engage yet. Not enough turn in for either team. Obviously, you're going to have to watch and babysit that bottom and middle lane for the side of Full Send. They do not have their 20, so they're going to back up here, play it safe. Do we see the Chentlemen go for this boss, though? Looks like they're going to go ahead and start it here. Johanna, go ahead and hold this line while her team works on it. Will be spotted out by that dunk from Aslan. 20s are locked in for them. This is a knockback. The Deckard root here. Trying to zone off on this. Stable on this is going to get canceled by Garrosh, tossing people off. Customer actually going to knock Eraser Joe into the pit. Phoenix not going to get the scan off. Blow up on to the Garrosh here first. Boss doing some damage, was picked up for the side of the Chentlemen. There's the kill on Sonya, and that may be the end of the game. Blow up on the Malfurion. 3-for-0 trade. Boss will now push down this lane. Grip Tire. Gonna knock back that Phoenix. Has that little bit of bonus shield. Gets the teleport over the wall. Deckard with the slow. Not gonna be enough though. And this will be the third keep falling for sure. Catapult's pushing both of these lanes. And that should be it here. This is going to be a half health boss coming into the core. 3 catapults in the middle, 2 catapults on the bottom. No way for this 2-man of Full Send to defend this. As we're getting big value on those dunks, unfortunately just not going to be enough here to end the game. Shield falls extremely fast. That's going to be GG. Game number 1 going over to the side of the Chentlemen. And I'm sorry, the UI for some reason said that whole game that Full Send was up 2-0. So I don't know what was up that. Do apologize about that bug though. Quick look here at the post-game screen. Well, I get that fixed. Can have the talents here and the stats. Junkrat doing some damage. Asma with 83,000 heroes damage though. Did take off in the late game. Unfortunately, just was not able to pull it out here for this match. Gonna jump now over to the lobby for game number 2. Gonna be Dragonshire for our second map here. No. Play nice. There we go. Alright, let me get these teams in here, guys. We will let them fill up here. And as soon as they are all in, we'll get started with this second game. Should be an exciting one. Great job by Chentlemen there holding it down during that game. It was a close one there. It was definitely back and forth. Both teams playing very, very safe. During almost that whole match. We only saw 2 or 3 team fights, which is really odd. Don't normally go that long without seeing a team fight, especially on that map. You have to fight over those points a lot. So no major team fights from either team. I'd love to see either one get more aggressive. I feel like both teams, when they had that talent advantage and that level advantage, neither one took advantage of that with aggressiveness. So we'll see what happens here in this next game. I'd love to see for one of them go for a very aggressive comp and kind of push the limits of what the other team can handle, because they both just played so safe that game. We're going to have people loading into the lobby here as we speak. I'm going to try to save my voice with some water because it is starting to go. Alright, swamp team. Alright, just waiting on one of the teams to get loaded in here. As soon as they all get in, we'll be able to rock and roll with this next match. checking a few things on the NGS Discord. Alright, we got everybody in. See if we can get the readies from teams. If we can get this ready, we'll jump into game number 2 here on Dragonshire. I'm curious as how it's going to play out after that game. Like I said, they just played so safe. One of the teams needs a minute, that's fine. Yeah, they both just played so safe that game. Which I understand you don't want to risk losing. So playing safe is good sometimes. But I feel like there was just too much safeness from both these teams. Yes, I can. So yeah, I want to see aggressiveness out of these teams. I mean, both teams. I've looked at I snuck peeks at their profiles. Both teams have players that are able to do work here. So I definitely think they could go for the kills if they wanted to. Make sure we get the double ready here. Alright guys, we're going to start game number 2 here. Gonna be on Dragonshire. We're going to jump right on in. Blue team, which is going to be the Chentlemen, going to have first pick and ban this time. Map was chosen by the side of Full Send. We'll see if they can take it home on their map pick. First pick and ban going over to the side of the Chentlemen. They're going to burn down this draft time. We're pretty far. Kind of odd. Usually don't see people burn. Well, I guess it's more common. Usually your first like ban, you know. So unless they're just like, do we want to just play against Asmo again? They're going to get rid of the URL here. So a little bit of a debate there. I know they did have to swap out their sub for one of their main players. So that may change things up just a little bit as far as what they pick and ban here for this match. There's going to be the Jimmy ban though out of the side of Full Send again. And if they repeat what they did last time, well, there's the Asmo ban. They don't want to deal with Asmo after that. They're like, no, we're good on Asmo games. One's enough for us. But this should be the Genji ban here out of Full Send if they repeat what they did last time. There's the Diablo ban here. So not going to go with that Genji ban this time. So Genji is available. We'll see which team decides to take it. Maev going to get first picked here by the Chentlemen. A little bit of an old school. She's not always first pick material these days. So going to go with that first pick Maev. Going to get that Warden's Cage most likely. And then we're going to see the Genji on the other side with that Deckard Cain in that quick 1-2 pick from Full Send. It makes perfect sense. They didn't ban the Genji, so obviously they were looking to pick it up here. Now we have the 2-3 pick here for the side of the Chentlemen. I'd love to see them go in and grab their support. But they're going to grab Johanna and Jaina again. I really liked the Jaina last game. Had some great Ring of Frost. So definitely think they can get value out of that if it's the same player playing her. Johanna, all around good tank, can just hold the point for days. Third bans here for the side of both teams. Full Send with the first ban of the second phase. Yeah, first ban of the second phase. Gonna go with Malfurion. So I love that choice. Ban out of support here, especially since you have your support picked up already. Great move by them. Ban from the side of Chentlemen now. I would suspect we see a tank ban. Could also see some sort of range DPS ban. Maybe something they don't want to deal with. I'm trying to think what's really good into Maev. Blaze? I think a Blaze could be a good ban here. They're gonna get rid of Phoenix. Okay, so get rid of that Phoenix damage. I feel like Blaze and the Soul Lane would be really good for full send here. The bunker counters Warden's Cage fairly well. Also works against the Ring of Frost. You know, you see that ring go down, you just drop it. We're gonna see the Leeming and the Varian though picked up for full send. Most likely that will be a taunt Varian. Most likely, not guaranteed. So that should be their main tank here, leaving that Soul Laner for last here. 4-5 slot for the side of the Chentlemen. And, I mean, honestly, okay, the Hawk is good on this map, but if they took the Blaze, I wouldn't be upset because it removes that option from Chentlemen. They're going to grab Uther and Sonya, though. So Uther for that support. Probably going to be a D shield would be my guess. Although Divine Storm plays nice against Genji when he dives in. Lock him down for just a minute. Can always get some value out of that. Who are we going to see in the Soul Lane for the side of full send is the question. Mathiel didn't have such a hot time last game. So, I don't know. I feel like Blaze is the good choice here. They're going to go with the Haka though. They're going to get that global for this map. Like I said, the Haka is very good here. Has some really good self-sustain kind of built into his kit already. So definitely a solid choice for the side of full send. Varian should be taunt guaranteed now at this point. Taunt that Maiev when she comes in. Keep her from doing too much damage to your backline. Leeming, teleport to get away. Genji can jump or dive out. So really the only one that has to worry about the Maiev, I think, is going to be Deckard. I think that's about it as far as worry about things coming up. But he does have some built-in CC he can use to kind of peel for himself. So he might be alright. It just takes a little bit for it to kick in. You gotta wait for that triangle to draw on the ground before you get some lockdown. Same thing with the cube. You gotta let it pop out to get that slow. Alright guys, we are going to jump into game number 2 here between Chentlemen and Full Send. On the left, in the blue, we are going to have the Chentlemen. And on the right, in the red, we are going to have Full Send. Both these teams coming in here. Full Send looking to tie it up 1-1 on their map of choice. Chentlemen looking to take it 2-0 with the domination. Take it home.
Battle commencing.
The win.
10 seconds.
Genji AFK for a minute. Report.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright guys, here comes the march from both these teams down the center. Sonya actually going to head to the top lane early. Interesting choice because I feel like the Haka really doesn't want to use his burrow this early in the game to rotate up. So usually you see him walk up to that lane. But he may actually, I guess maybe they're trying to force it out. With her being up there, she can go right on the lane as soon as it pops. The Hawk is going to walk up there. There's going to be the Varian diving in and take some heavy damage, though, from that Jaina stun from the Uther onto the Genji here. And that's going to be the start of the poke. Genji's going to make the rotation around here to make sure they don't miss any of this soak in the bottom lane. Jaina with some great wave clear. Root going to come down. Not really going to be anything that Johanna has to worry about here. You kind of just do her thing. Eraser Joe taking a lot of damage. We'll get behind the wall time. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Sonya winning out against the Haka so far. He needs to make sure he saves that tongue for whenever she goes in for that whirlwind on a full wave. Make sure he gets that to slow her down. Remove that self-sustain from her kit. Giants being worked on by the two-man here. Should see the rotation from Genji on the full sends Giants. Would be my thought. They're actually going to possible save here. I don't know if this is a wise choice. Protection will come out. For Genji going to jump over the wall. Will make out slow plus Root going to be enough to make sure he gets away, but the Giants will still be picked up for the Chentlemen. The Haka grabbing that top point off the start here. Both the mages sharking around the bushes. Li-Man in the bottom though means that Jaina really cannot go in there, or Li-Ming cannot really go in there. She can just kind of throw some damage and that's about it. Top lane, see the rotation up. Genji coming up, looking for the pick onto Sonya. There's going to be the tongue body blocks by both players. And Sonya has just decided she's going to have to risk the defeat here.
Red team draws first blood.
I am going to throw the shadow over the wall, but not going to commit. Makes perfect sense. Obviously do not want to go in at 1v2 there and fall. Siege Giant's getting a little bit of value on this bottom lane. It's either taunt onto Uther here. Not going to be enough to pick though. Decker to follow up, but they will not be able to get that kill. Siege Giant's got some value here. Did take down the tower. It's actually not too bad for them for this push. The Haka gonna burrow to the middle lane now. Obviously, Dogbowl gonna have heard that. Minion spots out the Dahaka. I'm gonna go ahead and stop him from getting that channel. Interesting use of the burrow there. I really feel like they should just save that to go down to the bottom. There's gonna be the full Li Ming combo with that Decker taunt, and that's gonna be another kill over for the side of Full Send. Holding it out 2-0 on the kill so far. There's gonna be the engage on to the Maiev. She's gonna do her little leap and get away there. Top lane, we're gonna see the back and forth between the Haka and Sonya. Genji making a rotation up. Gonna get spotted out by the minion. Gonna dive in, just be enough to push off Sonya there. Not really looking for anything too much. There's gonna be the pull in the bottom lane onto that Deckard. Eraser Joe gonna do the best that he can to peel for his support. It will be tough for them to get a kill though. They do not have a ton of damage. Uther coming in now, making this a 3v2. Trying to hold this point as long as they can. They do step off for a moment. That's going to be enough to cancel the channel here. Taunt going to come out. Eraser Joe taking a lot of damage. Down to under 200. Gets a couple health pots though from Deckard. Will survive as Jaina makes the rotation. Meanwhile up top, Sonya getting ganked by the Genji again.
Slain.
Coming up to help that Dahaka. Bottom lane though, Taunt gonna come out. Li Ming not in range to get that combo off in time. And Dogbowl will walk away. But the wall has fallen down here, so great siege by the side of the Chentlemen in this bottom lane. Really trying to get as much value as possible off these structures. They are still down about a half level or so, quarter level or so. So not a ton, but holding it decently. Don't have a ton of shrine control. The Haka gonna come in here. Is he gonna go for the tongue? I feel like tongue plus should buy time for Genji to get this, but Sonya's gonna go ahead and top and grab that point. And again, both teams playing fairly safe. Eraser Joe going a little more aggressive with this variant, which I love. Like I said during the intermission between the two games, I wanted to see the teams be a little more aggressive, and the taunt variant is doing it. There's going to be lockdown on to the Jaina. Not going to be enough to get the kill. Genji dives in, takes some tower shots, should be able to get out of this okay, unless Maiev pulls him back in, does not have the protect, and he will be able to walk out of this in the one piece. Pull in on Eraser Joe. Big root from Deckard onto two members here. Going to buy some time for him to walk back, get healed up. Li Ming throwing those big orbs in to the enemy team. We're going to see the tap here from at least one member of the Chentlemen. Gonna send that Jaina into the middle, make sure they don't miss any soak in that lane. Genji now rotating up to the top, looking for the pick again onto this Sonya. Looks like they're not going to get it, but they will get the point channel started. Varian rotating to the middle. I don't think they're going to be able to hold this though. This is two very squishy heroes taking a lot of damage. And there goes the Li Ming, was not able to escape. And that's the tough part about sending your tank to that middle to try to grab that tank. The objective is you don't have any tankiness in the bottom lane to kind of hold that point, stand there, and make sure you get the cap. They will get the channel back here in the bottom. Giants being worked on by the side of the Chentlemen, trying to get some more map pressure out here. Genji rotating up on to the Sonya. Tongue from Dahaka was great. Question is, can they get the pick here onto her? Tongue is already down. Genji, I don't think has a swift strike to go for the pick there. Maiev hide in the bush. Yeah, the Haka actually back, so Genji has to be careful here. 10's being picked up for the side of Full Send. Come in now for the Chentlemen X strike from the Genji. Warding stage as suspected. This is going to be a Wrath Sonya. There goes the ring, catching out the variant here. Pulling into the cage on the 2 members here. Leaving with the spread, going to try to burn some room for her team, but she will be the first to fall. Variant's going to fall after. 2-for-0 trade in favor of the Chentlemen. And they will get the channel back here in the bottom. Sonya working on the top channel. Genji is sharking around middle to make sure that that does not get picked up. The Haka may be in trouble though. We're going to see the rotation up from Maiev as Sonya pushes him off here. Genji going to try to stall this out as long as he can. Needs to be careful though. Not worth the death timer. He will be able to escape for now. I don't think he gets the stall though. And that's going to be DK going over to the side of the Chentlemen here. Let's see how they decide to push this. They do have that bottom lane almost taken down. There goes the fort in the bottom of those Siege Giants. Just that little difference of them grabbing those camps to get that pressure has been enough for them to get that fort down there, giving them now about a whole level of experience over their opponents. And there's going to be the pick on to the Genji. Varian going to be booted away here by the DK. The Haka soaking up that top lane, making sure they don't get too far behind here. Siege Giants now pushing in the bottom lane. We'll have the Dragon Knight to back these up. One is going to fall. Leeming, though, going to have a tough time threading the needle with those spells to get the pick because of the minions in front. 13's now being locked into the side of the Cheetah-men. Or Chentlemen. Chentlemen. I told you guys I was going to mess that up at some point. And it looks like they're just going to back off here with the DK. Not really too much else they can do here safely. They do have that 13 though. I really feel like they could pressure that more if they want to. Especially with the Dahaka up top. They could have left Sonya down in that lane. I feel like they could have got a ton of value. We are now going to see the Bruiser camp being worked on for the side of the Chentlemen. Vision will be given from that wall, I believe, on to the Maiev, but not going to matter because they're going to get that picked up extremely fast. Meanwhile, on the right, we're finally going to see the first camp for full send here. Grabbing those Siege Giants. They're trying to help defend from this push. Varian going with the taunt. There's going to be Johanna with the shield to get the stun. Is that an X strike? Yeah, it is an X strike. Gonna land and get some damage off. Decker with the stay on listen. Gonna be able to peel for his team. I thought I saw a falling sword for a second, guys, so I was a little confused, so I do apologize. I thought I saw a falling sword, but it was Deckard with the stay a while. It had similar gold beams of light from the sky. And overall, ults traded, but no kills. 13 now picked up for the side of full send. Gentlemen's next advantage will be at 16, assuming that they keep their lead. Sonya can go ahead and work on this Bruiser camp. Get some more pressure onto the map here. Siege Giants picked up from the side of the Chentlemen. There's going to be the taunt combo. D-Shield going to come out, though, to make sure Maiev walks away. It's going to be a big cooldown, but not the end of the world. Better than losing a hero.
The shrines are gathering power. The Dragon Knight.
Knight's being taken on the counter side for full send. The Haka obviously a little slower to clean up the Knight camp than Sonya will be. Maiev rotating up to the top, looking for a potential gank here on that Dahaka. Gonna end up rotating back down to the middle. Bottom lane though, gonna be Varian versus 3. We're gonna see the Blessed Shield here from Johanna. There's Protect, there's a stun from Uther. There's a slow, there's the Blessed Shield, there's the Ring of Frost. That's gonna be a pick here on the Varian. There's gonna be Deckard with the Stay On Listen, but he will not be able to make it out of that alive. 2 kills here now for the Chentlemen. Gonna push in here. On the backside, we're going to see Leeming versus Maiev down to just under 100 HP, and that fan just maxed range. Enough to get the pick there, and this should be DK going over to the side of the Chentlemen. Again, they had their 16s locked in as well. And this Dragon Knight will most likely push in the middle or bottom, go for one of those keeps. Looks like they're going to head towards the bottom lane here. Sonya gonna stay top to go ahead and deal with this camp pressure. I'm really glad they decided to make this decision with leave Sonya here, not let this camp get too much value. Obviously they are gonna have a 4v5 in the bottom here, So they will have to be a little more careful, but they're not going to end up losing too much structure-wise, giving away free XP up there, which is what's important because they are about 2 levels ahead here. There's going to be the heat falling. Catapults now pushing the bottom lane for the side of the Chentlemen. This is a 12-minute DK, not quite strong enough to just end on the core here. They're definitely going to have to get a couple picks in this fight. We're going to see this DK start working on the core here. Root now on to Jaina. There's going to be the engage on to the Decker. He's going to blow you the first fall here. Ringer Frost did connect with Eraser Joe. Warrior's Cage to block off the enemy team. There's the pick on Li Ming. That's the second kill. Ice Strike can come down, hit multiple members here, but not be enough to get a pick. Genji, the Swift Strike through, will get the kill on the Jaina, but it's not going to matter. Core falls, and that's going to be GG. Congratulations to Chentlemen taking the series 2-0. Coming out with the domination here. And here is your stats for the game, guys. Going to be looking at the Li Ming and the Maiev putting out the damage for their teams as far as hero damage goes. And overall, like I said, I liked the more aggressive style we saw out of Full Send here. They just weren't able to pull it off in the end, unfortunately. The Global was a great option for them, but unfortunately, Dahaka was just having a tough time in that soul lane, was not able to win it out. And because of that, they had to keep forcing the rotation of Genji up to get the ganks. Just made it really tough for Full Send to kind of hold control over 2 points for a long period of time, even though they did get those picks on Sonya, because they send Genji off, they lose that resource then in the lane he's in, which means it makes it a 3v4 or, you know, a 3v2, depending on how they have their lanes split at the time. So this makes it really tough for the team when you're down kind of that hero in the heavy lane where you have more members of the enemy team. But they did do their best here. They did hold on for quite a while, and I definitely enjoyed the match from these two teams. That's going to be it for this game, guys. Coming up in an hour exactly, we are going to have Storm Division, the top of the top for NGS. Storm Division, Send Noodles versus For the Kill. That game going to be in an hour at 10 Eastern. Hopefully you all can join me for that one. I would love to have you all here for that. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and end the stream, though. We'll get you guys hosted over to a Nexus Gaming Series caster, assuming one is live. And we'll get you over there to hang out with them for a little bit. And then we'll pull you right back here at 10 p.m. Eastern. And we'll get rocking and rolling with that NGS Storm Division game. If you guys aren't able to hang around for that, I appreciate you for watching. Up above that follow button would mean the world to me if you pressed it. If you guys really enjoyed everything, you can always subscribe with Twitch Prime for free with that sub button on your left-hand side of the screen. Cost you nothing if you have Amazon, so why not use your free sub and get an awesome little robot. You guys can see that little icon in there. It's cool. It's worth getting. I promise. Alright guys, thanks for hanging. I will see you all later, and hang tight to get put over to another NGS caster. We'll have you over there in just a moment. See you all in a bit.
And for Battlefield of Eternity, Team Scorpius will get